Topic we are going to discuss about the introduction of embryo culture, objectives, requirements, procedure to carry out the embryo culture, and the importance of embryo culture. So just like in tissue culture, depending upon the type of explant that we have used, so that type of culture we are going to make. Just like in anther culture, we are going to use anthers as an explant. In pollen culture, we are going to use pollens as an explant. In the process of micropropagation, we are going to take the epidermal cells or leaves as an explant. Similarly, in ovary culture, we are going to use ovary as an explant. So basically, in case of embryo culture, we are going to take embryo as an explant. So for the embryo culturing, we require aseptic isolation of embryo and its growth under in vitro conditions. So at that time we have to provide all the necessary conditions or all the suitable conditions which are required for growth of that particular plant. The first successful embryo culture, it was carried out in the year 1904 by the scientist Hanning. So just we see the objectives to carry out the embryo culture. So the embryo culture is basically carried out to produce the numerous number of plants from a single embryo, to produce the disease resistant plant, and to produce a high yield from a single embryo. So see that what are the requirements to carry out that experiment. Here we require different types of seeds. You can use cucurbita, cucurbitaceae, any cucurbitaceae family member here. You can use groundnut. So here we need seeds to isolate the embryo. Here we require the ms media, the growth regulators like auxin, cytokinin, gibberellic acid. For the sterilization purpose, here we require 70% ethanol, 0.2% mercury chloride, mesoinositol, as well as in addition to that we can use twin 20 or twin 80 to avoid our seeds or the embryo from the fungal attacks. So just we are going to follow the procedure to carry out the embryo culture. So see that here we first requires the seeds. So here I am going to take the seeds of groundnut or any member from the family cucurbitaceae, because it is easy to isolate the embryo from that one. So we have to first collect the seeds. So as you know that the sterilization condition, they are most important factor to carry out any tissue culture experiment. So whatever, remember that whatever the glasswares that you need to carry out this experiment, they should be properly sterilized one. If you need the distilled water, if you need the media, whatever the type of media, it should be properly sterilized one. You have to maintain all the aseptic conditions to carry out these experiments. Otherwise our plants, they cannot get grow under that conditions if the conditions are not aseptic. So see that here the seeds are, you have to properly sterilize it by using first the distilled water. After that you have to dip them into 70% ethanol for 60 seconds. By following this method, or by following the sterilization of 70% ethanol, you have to immerse the seeds in 2% sodium hypochlorite solution, or you can use 0.2% mercury chloride. But remember that after this treatment you have to thoroughly wash your seeds several times with distilled water, because the traces of mercury chloride or sodium hypochlorite, they will affect the further growth of plant. That's why you must remember here that after the treatment of this mercury chloride or sodium hypochlorite, you have to thoroughly wash your explant. It may be seed or whatever the explant that you have used. After this treatment you have to thoroughly wash your explant with distilled water until to remove the traces of that chemicals. Then you have to transfer that seed into the sterile petri plate. Then you have to split the seeds by using blade or by using the forceps. See that they also should be sterilized one. Then you have to remove the embryo without damaging it. Then you have to place that embryo horizontally on your MS media, which is properly sterilized one. And that MS media, it is along with the growth regulators. It also shows the presence of mesoinositol. And you have to keep that petri plates in a sealed condition, and you incubate them for 28-degree temperature. This procedure we are going to carry out for the germination of that one. Then you have to check the petri plates for further growth. Just see here that these are the seeds after the proper sterilization of them. See here that you can carry out this process once again by using two ways, that is direct propagation or indirect propagation. So under the direct method of propagation, you can use the direct embryo, and by avoiding the callus formation, that embryo, it get directly propagate into the small leaves, and after the subculturing it will give rise to new plantlet. In indirect method of propagation, firstly this embryo, it get converted into the callus where the organogenesis can take place, and after subculturing it, you are able to get the plantlet. So as per your wish, you can carry out the treatment by using both the ways. Either you can skip the process of callus formation, or you can add the callus formation process, that is you can follow the direct or indirect method of propagation. Just see here, these are the seeds. After proper sterilization, see here, when you germinate them on the petri plate, see here, and after their subculturing, they will form small plantlets. So see that from a single embryo we are able to get the numerous number of plants. So see that what is the importance of that embryo culture, why we have to carry out the embryo culture. That is to obtain the haploids. We can get haploids by following the technique of embryo culture. Then to maintain the pure genetic culture, if we want to maintain the genetic uh, variety, proper pure genetic variety of any plant, so you can carry out the embryo culture. Then to produce the disease resistant varieties, then we can induce any needed mutation into the embryo. That's why this embryo culturing, it can be induce mutations. Then the most important thing for that, we are going to carry out the tissue culture, that is to produce the higher yield. So these are the important factors, or this is the importance of embryo culture. So in this way we are going to carry out the embryo culture by maintaining the proper aseptic condition. While see that while carrying out this embryo culture, there are some factors which can affect the growth of the plant. That is the first condition, that is the sterilization conditions of glasswares. There must be proper sterilization of your media. Then we have to maintain the proper sterilization conditions in the growing room. Then the temperature, humidity, that factors also affect the growth of the plant. Then selection of seedling, this is the most important factor. If you are going to select some of the disease seeds, or the seeds which are decaying one, so from that seeds there is a we can't get the proper type of results. Okay, that's why selection of seeds or the selection of embryo without its damaging, this is the most important factor, or these are the factors which can affect the embryo culture. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.